Now in cutting of this cinnamon to cover up our um, crown and for forming the design, I'll be measuring out 6 inches. So I'll be using my check to mark it down so that when I'm cutting, I'll cut correctly. So I've taken it down, so I'll be using my scissors to cut out. I just needed to check if the measurement is correct. So I'm cutting down. So when I'm done cutting, the next step is to fold this in a bias form. This way, you can see the way I'm folding it. So make sure you fold properly, make sure it laps properly. So I'll put it around this way, but you need to make sure you put your gum on the crown before you use this to take it around this way so that it will stay properly. You can see it is sticking properly because I gummed the crown before putting this round. So I'm just trying to make sure it is lapping properly. Now I'll cut out the excess cinnamon. So when I'm done, I'll use my needle and thread to sew down the remaining to make sure it is properly kept. So what I'm doing is that I'm sewing down. So I just need to cut out the excess cinnamon that is remaining as well, because I can see what is remaining is too much. So with my needle and thread or needle and fishing line, anyone you have, use it to sew down. When you're done, you just tie down and cut out with your scissors. So this is it. Now that takes us to the next step. So this is 4 by 4 inches, or make sure it is 4 by 4. I'll be cutting out the excess to be sure it's 4 by 4. This is 4 by 4. Let me cut it out and make it exactly 4 by 4, because what I need is just 4 inches width by 4 inches length. That is what I'll be using. You can cut out as so many that you want. So see how I'm cutting this, and I'll cut it this way. I hope you watch this properly. I'll dip inside water and use a towel to clean it. This is to enable it roll very well when I'm using the tip of my finger to roll. So you can see I've started rolling the sides. You can see it can actually roll this way, but if you're a beginner, you can apply your gum to the tip if you're finding it difficult for it to roll and stay properly. So just a little gum at the tip can do the work. As you are rolling, what you are rolling with the tip of your finger will stay properly. So I'll roll the first one and make it stay properly. So with that, I'll start rolling other parts properly. So you can roll the first part for this first layer and continue your rolling. So there is nothing so difficult in this rolling. As you are rolling, it is coming out and staying put. It won't go out, it will remain that way. So that's the work of cinnamon. You can form so many designs with cinnamon. That is one advantage with cinnamon. So you roll and roll the other end as well. So there is nothing so difficult in this. It's just the rolling. So I didn't know my hand went out from the camera, but it's still the rolling that we are rolling. So there's nothing so difficult here. This is the rolling, and I am done with rolling this, and this is how it came out to be. Okay, so we can do this to so many, about 8, 9, 10, depending on what you want to use. So I've done so many of this, and this is how it is. Can you see it? So you can use this and apply to your hat. Use needle and thread to tack it down on needle and fishing line, anyone you have. So I'll be using needle and fishing line to join this together one after the other. I'll bring this first one and I'll use the second one to put like this, and I'll start tacking down. I'll make sure that these two are properly tacked down before I put the next one. So this is actually what I'm doing. So I'll put the next one as well, and I'll make sure it is properly placed down as well. Make sure it is placed down very well before you start sewing. So I am sewing. You can see the way it is. So I actually used 8 of this. 8 is what I used. You can use as so many as you want. You can use 8, you can use 9, you can use 10. So what I have here is 4 this side and 4 the other side, making it 8 designs. So I'll be using my spray on it, because I'll be applying my spray on my hat as well. It's just to make everything to be the same color. You know, I used princess nut and cinnamon. If I don't apply spray, the black will be different from that of cinnamon. So I'm just using spray for it to merge together, for the color to merge together and become the same black. You can see the way it is now. So all the colors are the same type of black. So I'll use this design. My thread is still there, and I'll use it to join to this hat this way. So I'll use it to tack down properly. Make sure as you are sewing, your thread does not show from the back, because what I'm using is fishing line and needle, so it won't really show. I'm just trying as much as I can to make it not to show. So I'll tack it down neatly the way it is meant to be and sew properly. So make sure you properly sew it the way it is meant to be. So When you are done sewing, you tie it and you spray evenly and make sure that all the colors are the same. So this is the final outlook.